Welcome back, football fans, to another episode of the Predictions Show. There's no Premier League this weekend. The FA Cup is here, of course. But in this one, we're going to be covering La Liga, Liga 1 and the Championship, where there are some very, very tasty games indeed. And what we're going to do on this episode is the same format as the previous episode. We're going to put together 5 selections using all of the data available to us. They're going to be smart selections, some value plays, some bankers, some long shots. I hope you enjoyed them. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as promised on the last video, here's the results from our previous selections. Fulham BTTS, that landed at evens. Now, you're going to notice a trend with these games, and that is red cards. I think we were quite unlucky with a few of these selections. Nantes against Lyon, 1-0 Lyon, red card, changes the game, 1-0, they don't get that second goal. PSG Marseille didn't turn up at all, one shot on target, and that led to the manager being sacked, walking away. Freiburg, 1-0, red card, changes the game goes stale, it finishes 1-0. Lens against Rennes as well, a red card in that game, which they just changed games. Very unfortunate. Let's hope for a better week this week. So let's move on to this week's. We are starting in La Liga with Real Madrid hosting Real Sociedad. Madrid against Sociedad. Madrid have won 91% of home games this season. They're scoring plenty of goals, but they have lost 2 in the last 10. Meanwhile, Sociedad has won 6, drawn 3, and lost 1 in the last 10 away games. They are a team in pretty good form at the moment. And home and away, they have scored in each of the last 10 games that they have played. Now, Madrid are still clear favourites for this game, but it might not be that easy for the team that trails Barcelona currently by just 1 point. Can Sociedad do what they did in September in the previous meeting, which was score against Real Madrid? They also dominated possession in that game, 64%, and won the corner count as well, 12-4, but that was thanks to an early red card for Real Madrid. Now we're just going to show you the football form guide here, link in the description if you want to check this tool out. We're looking at BTTS here in La Liga across the last 10 games. Sociedad, 9 of their last 10 games have landed for BTTS. Real Madrid, incidentally, we can see there in the brackets, 7 of their last 10 games have also ended with BTTS landing. And another metric that I wanted to show you is goals for in the second half. Real Madrid have scored 18 goals in the second half in their last 10 games. 11 for Sociedad, incidentally, which puts them 4th. Barcelona and Real Madrid both with 18. So this is my selection for this game. BTTS to land and Real Madrid to score in the second half at evens. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments. And speaking of comments, well done to this user. You have won OddAlerts Pro for a month. Thank you for your comment on the previous video, and the same applies for this video. Get your predictions in, get your comments in. Any comment automatically entered into the draw, and the winner will be announced on the next video. Now, back to the video. Now, with the Premier League not with us this weekend, we are going to be taking a look at the Championship because there are some very, very tasty fixtures indeed. These are the ones that I have plucked out. First up, it is Derby County against Swansea, and the stats that stand out for me, Derby County have scored in 10 out of 10 coming into this, and BTTS has landed in 9 straight home games. Swansea have also scored in 9 of their last 10 games, and BTTS at evens is very, very appealing. Next up from the Championship, these are really, really huge games. Coventry hosting Middlesbrough. What a game. If you follow the Championship, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. 2 contrasting teams here. 6 wins in a row for Middlesbrough has seen them pip Coventry, who have been top forever this season. But no more. Middlesbrough have pipped them. Lampard's men are winless in 3 games now, but has still lost just once at home this season, and that might be vital for this game, that home form. What are you thinking for this one? It's a huge game for Coventry. They need to bounce back. They need to show that they're still in this title race, in this promotion champion race with Middlesbrough. They cannot keep dropping points, especially whilst Middlesbrough are so powerful at this moment in time. Now, despite winning 6 games in a row, Middlesbrough, you might be surprised to hear, have conceded in each of their last 10 away games. They're also outperforming their XG by 8.8 goals this season, so a regression could be due. I do like BTTS and over 2.5 goals for this one, but I don't really like the odds enough, quite low at this one. And because it's such a big game at the top of the table, managers can often change their approach. It can be a bit tense, a bit tight, and I will be sitting out this one, but I wanted to cover it because it is a big game in the Championship. Let me know, as ever, in the comments what you think will happen in this one. Who's going to be top at the end of this game? Next up from the Championship, a game that I am definitely jumping on. It is QPR against Blackburn. Goals seem to follow QPR at the moment. BTTS has landed in 9 of their last 10 home games recently, and over 2.5 goals in 10 out of 10. That is remarkable. Blackburn are winless in 7 away games and have been out-cornered in 7 of the last 10 games played. QPR's home form has been much better than their away displays so far this season. They've scored in the last 11 games and they've won 6 of the last 8 played at Loftus Road. So after that brief Championship segment, here are my selections. We're going to go with Derby, Swansea, BTTS at evens. I think that's a very good price given the data. And then we're also going to go with QPR to get the most corners and over 1.5 goals in the game at 2.3. That is quite a conservative selection, really. QPR could very well win, could very well get over 2.5 goals. I'm just going to go with them to dominate the game and get more corners and for there to be over 1.5 goals in the game, because if they have an off day and it ends 1-1 but they still dominate, plenty of shots on target which lead to corners, 2.3. Let me know what you think about this one. We've got 2 more selections to go, and for the next one we're actually going to test out OddAlerts AI because I've pushed some brand new updates which have improved the response massively. Paris FC hosting Lens. This is the form of the away team. This is the form of the home team. It is quite a difference, isn't it? Let's see what OddAlerts AI thinks about this one. We have pushed some updates to the analysis, to the response, so you can see just what it gives you back now. It also suggests bet builders now, as well as a separate section for value bets. We felt it was focusing a little too strongly on value bets. Lens are set to cruise to an away win as Paris continue to flounder at home. So this match preview will give you all of the details that you need to be brought up to speed on this game. Paris sit 15th, average 1.24 goals per game, conceding 1.62. Lens are second, 76% win rate overall, absolutely superb, 60% away win rate. Absolutely fantastic. Lens should win. Both sides are likely to find the net, and the total will creep over 2.5 goals. Most likely outcome, Lens to win 1.95. Quite an obvious selection, but it is one of the most likely outcomes, and at 1.95, that's not bad. It says Paris have failed to win at home in 7 straight games. BTTS just under 1.8 has landed in 50% of the last 10 Paris Lens meetings, so it's using head-to-head data there. Over 2.5 goals at 1.9. It has some value bets here. BTTS is a value bet, which is interesting. Over 2.5 goals as well. We could combine them for our selection, to be honest. The bet builder, Lens to win and over 2.5 goals at 3.71. Lens to win, BTTS and over 2.5 goals, approximate odds of 6.63. I'm going to go with Lens to win and over 2.5 goals. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Let me know what you think about OddAlerts AI here as well. If you've got any feedback, anything you think would be cool for us to add into the response, just let me know in the comments and I'll try and get it done as soon as possible. Paris against Lens. Lens to win and over 2.5 goals. I just got odds of 3s. Shop around. Let me know what you get in the comments. Now back to Spain. Sevilla against Deportivo Alavés here. 2 teams in poor form face off in Spain. Sevilla are 13th with just 1 win in the last 5 games. They've got a single clean sheet in 7 games. and just one clean sheet since early November, which came against 19th placed Real Oviedo. Alavés have scored in all 3 meetings between these teams in 2025, and our probability model rates this game at 55% for BTTS, meaning the current odds of evens represents positive value. Seville has conceded 16 goals in their last 10 games, whilst Alavés has scored in 8 of their last 10. Over 2.5 goals is also a value bet, with 7 out of the last 10 home games for Seville ending this way. So here's the final selection. You can see that I'm actually going to go with the larger value bet, which is 2.37, and it is over 2.5 goals. Let me know what you think of my selections in the comments, and let me know what you're on for this weekend. Now, I'm just going to jump to the bet slip generator because there are some fantastic updates that I want to show you before we close out the show. This is the bet slip generator. We have some brand new features that we want to show you. The UI has been updated for the forms and whatnot. As you may notice if you've used it before, that's not the big feature. There's a few things that have been added. The first is a minimum edge setting here. So if you like value plays, you can not only have value bets only mode enabled, but you can also set a minimum edge now, which is really, really key. We're going to disable that because I want to show you the next toggle, which is allow repeating fixtures. If you have this on, you get 10 bet slips back each time you click generate on this. Sometimes a fixture can repeat if it uses a fixture that is a valuable fixture that bumps your odds up or is just a great fixture to have in. It will repeat it, but if you don't want it to do that, you can now toggle this off. You can also filter by league predictability. This is a brand new setting as well. So what we'll do is we'll just keep the settings as they are. We're looking at over 1.5 goals, over 2.5 goals, and then we're also, let's say, home goals and away goals. I do like those markets. And we're just going to keep the settings as they are. Let's go next 5 days just so we get some games, or 72 hours. I'm recording this on Thursday, so hopefully we get some weekend action and not just Thursday and Friday. We'll sort by probability. We're looking at doubles, 2.5 odds. Let's click get. And we get games. We get an FA Cup game here. So if we want to exclude cup matches, we can do that. We can click run again, and then we won't get any FA Cup games. One of the new features here is the odds movement database being utilized. So you can see that the odds have actually risen for this game. It was 1.44, now it's 1.57 for this Australian Premier League 2 game. Another feature here, you'll notice this lock icon. If you like the look of this game, but you want to maybe see what else it can be paired with, you can click the lock and then run again. And now every selection that you get back will have that game in guaranteed and will be paired with something else, which is a really, really useful fixture. And then at any time, you can just unlock it, or you can go to the top and clear all. Now, when you're working with doubles, it's still a good feature, of course, but just imagine if you're working with a 5-fold or something and you see 2 games that you like the look of on separate slips. You can click lock on both of them and then run again. Now, another update that launched this week, there's a big update to the bet slip generator. This OddAlerts AI has replaced the co-pilot section and it is much more sophisticated with the descriptions and hints that it gives you about how to get more games into your bet slip generator. So you can see here 189 of 899 selections, so show positive edge against the bookmaker with an average advantage of 2.8. Your selection pool spans 113 competitions across 51 countries. Strong geographic diversification reduces correlated risk across your bet slips, if you didn't know. Yeah, and this will change every time you click generate based on your settings and whatnot. So that is the bet slip generator. As you can see, there's a lot of value bets even when we're not on value bet only mode. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy these tools. Links in the description as always, and I'll see you in the next one.